Shalom. This message of daily edification is being brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Bashem Wakakadash, all praises due. Peace and salutations to your family. Today, my spirit is leading me to break some things down about the shape of things to come. We have a beautiful future ahead, but we're going to have to go through some challenging transitions to get there. But the good news is that we will arrive. You just have to, we have to have our minds prepared. And this is what the edification of the scriptures is for, is to prepare us for what's to come. This is not a session every morning to be a windbag, to ramble on, to talk because it sounds good. This edification is to build. It's to build you mentally, spiritually, soulfully. All right? So that when these times come, your knowledge will override the fear that seems to take everybody else captive. All right? So, what am I getting at? Well, it's such a broad scope. So we'll take it in small bites. All right? The time is coming where we're going to be totally by ourselves. Now, let me explain what I mean. Think about this, and I'm going to take my time with this, y'all. Y'all remember what I said about the videos, right, and how they run on? Well, just keep that in mind. All right? Now, think about yourself right now. Think about how you're in your family. And a lot of y'all, it might be you, your daughter, your son, or if you're blessed in that capacity, some of y'all got whole families that are woken up to the fact that you are Israelites, which is a blessing, but not everybody has that lot. There are some that are married to spouses that are real shaky on being an Israelite. There are some that are by themselves, They got a lot of single aquas, single men, single ox that are, by themselves in this. There's nobody to talk to about this because nobody gets it. You can't just go anywhere and start talking about Israelite business to just anybody because they're not going to get it. Especially a heathen. That's just out of the question. This is not for them. But there's going to come a time where the 1/3 are going to be knitted together. And that's here. All right? I'm not being presumptuous or arrogant. The Most High has told me, and I know it. We are going to be in the same place. We are going to be in the same place. This is why he's building us. Now, knowing that, all right, think about how you feel now when you can't talk to anyone. You got to get on the phone and talk to somebody in another state or something like that, and click with them, because there are no Israelites in the area. It's a lonely feeling. Now, imagine that you don't have to do that. Imagine that you are among all your brothers and sisters in Israel. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful, huh? And it is, man, it is. But here's the thing. When the Most High brings us together like that, we will then be a nation. All right? Now, when you become a nation like that, first of all, you have a nationality. All right? You have a way of life. And you have a habitation where you nationalize. Same as China, same as Japan, you know, Moab and Ammon, the Germans, the Russians, they got their own land, right? They got their own spot. Well, there's going to come a time when the Israelites have their own piece of real estate, and it's coming. I even know where it is. I'm not going to say, but I know where it is. And when that happens, all right, things are going to change. Because a nation now has to be able to protect itself from other nations that want to encroach, especially when that nation is holding a lot of wealth, which the Israelites will have. And we're going to get into that through the scriptures. Now, this is the reason why nationality is so important. This is why way of life is so important. This is why our practices and our customs are so important. Because it's all we're going to have. But when it's used correctly, it's all that we're going to need. I hope y'all following me. There's levels to this. There's structure to this. All right? This is no fly-by-night thing. This is going to be permanent. This is why our men are going to have to be real men. All right? Real men. Not emotional train wrecks that shift and jump with every twist of the wind. All right? Every gust of wind that comes by, they're this way, or every gust of wind that comes by, they're that way. No, we have to set a standard. Our men have to be strong. All right? Let me get a precept. This is Luke 11, verse 21. It says, when a strong man, armed, keepeth his palace, his goods are in peace. We're going to be strong men, armed, and we're going to keep, all right, our palace. But this is what happens when we fall, verse 22. But when a stronger than he shall come upon him and overcome him, he taketh from him all his armor wherein he trusted, and divideth his spoils. All right. Verse 23. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth. I'm with Yahweh, man. Flat out. That's our armament. And through Yahweh, we have the Father. And because we have the Father, we have everything we could ever need to keep us high above other nations that are going to come against us. Y'all got to understand, all right? This is not going to be no small thing, all right? And like I say, I'm trying to set the table for you to understand, so that you can understand exactly where we're headed. And this is going to happen, all right? The same way we never even could conceive that we would wake up to the fact that we were Israelites. We didn't even know. But the Most High is faithful. He kept his word. He woke us up in this time. Now, what do we do with it? What do we do with it? We have to be a nation. We're going to have love like no other. We're going to have camaraderie, all right? You Akwaf, you sisters, y'all going to have to be on one accord. This is why it can't be any selfishness in there. This is why, yes, you will have sister wives. Yes, you're going to have to support each other. Yes, you're going to have to be there for each other, all right? Yes, you're going to have to love one another strongly. Can't be no selfishness in the kingdom. The whole atmosphere is going to change, because all we're going to have is us. And all that the Akwaf and the children are going to have to depend on for their protection, for their supply, are the men of the Lord. This is why the men have to be strong. The men have to be focused. The men have to be sincere, period. No shortcuts. Because it ain't going to be no calling on 911. That's going to be out. We're not going to depend, all right, on Japhet, the heathen, to protect us. Because they don't. They don't protect and serve. All right? They enslave. They oppress. All right? Have you ever looked at the design of a police car? Have you? You ever noticed the white is always in the middle and the dark is on the front or on the end to keep it divided, man? That's all subliminal. All right? They're not for us. They're here to oppress us. The white is unified in the middle, and it separates the front from the back. Black. You get it? They're not for us. We're going to be there for ourselves. We won't have the military to defend us. We won't have anything. A nation, you just read it in Luke chapter 11, verse 21. A strong man, armed, keepeth his palace, and all his goods are safe. But the Most High is not going to turn over ultimate godlike power to some poop butt nigga. He's not going to do it, man. It's got to be sincere men of the Lord. And you have to prove yourself starting now. All right? You have to be worthy of the power that he's going to endow upon us to defend our nation, to defend our women, our children, our people, our way of life for eternity. All right? That's where we're headed. This is why there won't be any law keepers in the kingdom. They can't even get along now. All the law does is it causes you to be divided and to fight and to bicker over stupid ass shit that don't have nothing to do with anything. They want to spend their time fighting and arguing over who ate what. If you didn't keep this day, if you didn't keep that. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. And you will not be allowed in. You won't. You will be out there with the rest of the 2/3 getting your ass handed to you. All right? We're taking the gloves off. All right? And the time is coming now where shit is not funny. This vaccine is out. That is a precursor, all right, for the mark. Believe it or not. You don't have to. You will see in due season exactly what this is and what it's for. All right? We're not going to be under any governmental rule. We're going to be a government unto ourselves. This is what the 144,000 are. They're going to be the rulers of the earth over Israel. And all other kingdoms will be subject unto us. Oh, I know I sound like I'm talking big shit. But guess what? You didn't think you'd be woke up either, did you? You didn't even know to think that you would be woke up because none of us knew this was coming. So, now that we are, and I'm breaking it down to you through the scriptures, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai about future prophecy, oh, you could take it to the bank. It's going to happen. This is why you have to be a believer in order to do this. Now, I'm at 13 minutes on this introduction. And it was much needed. Because now we got to go into the scriptures. All right? And we have to prove what has been said. Now, let's go to Isaiah chapter 60, starting at verse 1. And it reads, "This is to us. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee." And it's risen upon us. We have woken up. We know we're Israelites. We know who we are. We've been under the tutelage of this word for quite some time. Our spirits have been enlightened. Our spirits have been built. Our women are strong. Our men are strong. Our men are focused. And we have to remain so. I could tell y'all right now, with all certainty, just how strong we are. See, I'm the one that get all the reports. I'm the one that everybody hits up. Messenger, phone call, text. All right? Y'all have no idea how strong you are. You have no idea how hungry you are. You know? I mean, I could put a video up, shit, one morning, and I get 3 or 4 messages and then more throughout the day. Is there anything else? I can't put them up fast enough. Y'all gobble them up. You're out there writing down, studying, reading, precepting. All right? Don't ever think you bugging me. Stay on my ass. Hit me up. Text me at 2 o'clock in the morning. All right? I'll get it and I'll read it. Because you know why? The flock has to be fed constantly. See? The only thing that needs constant nourishment like that is an organism that's growing. You understand? And this is exactly what's going on. So y'all keep it moving. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Keep asking. Keep petitioning. More, because the more you get, the stronger we are. You understand? So, it says, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee, is risen upon us. Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. That's what's happened. Everybody's in the dark. We're the only ones that know what's getting ready to happen. But the Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. That's this wisdom. That's this knowledge. All right? These old crooked-ass pastors don't have no answers now. I showed y'all the video of Noel Jones whimpering and crying. All right? The truth is being made manifest to him that all this time, he didn't have any idea what this book meant, man. 30, 40 years, the Most High has blinded him to the reality, to the truth of what the scriptures really are and who they're written to and for. Verse 3, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. These other nations are seeing who we are right now. But we have not yet ascended to what we're going to be. Right now, we're still in the transitional phase. Verse 4, lift up thy eyes round about and see, all they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy son shall come from afar, and thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side. Other nations are going to cling to us because of who we are. The Most High is removing the curses through this knowledge. He's removing the effects of the curses, all right, through our application to him. And through our relationship with Yahushua, we are going to be fully vindicated. It's coming, and we're close. Verse 5, then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged. The way he's getting ready to bless us is going to scare you. I know how he has blessed us already, and it scares me. It says, because the abundance of the sea. Now, when you say sea, when the scripture talks about sea, S-E-A, it's talking about people. See, this is where they get maritime law from. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but did you know when you go to court, what it represents? How the judge sits above everybody, and how, you know, you're sitting lower than the judge, and they look down on you, and they got the flags in the back with the fringes around it. All of that means something. It's all symbolic. All right. It's illustrative of you being in the water, and the judge is in that chamber. It's supposed to be a boat. All right. And when the judge renders a verdict on you, all right, it's told to your lawyer, who is an advocate for you, because you're considered dead when you go to court. That's why they all wear black. Same way you wear black to a funeral. And that judge, okay, renders a verdict on you, and they throw you a lifeline, where they can be lenient, because you're in the sea. You're considered dead. The boat is where the judge is. They're considered alive. That's why you're called a person. A person is reflective of somebody dead. That's why they tell you cannot carry a firearm on your person. See, all of these crooked ass terms mean something that we have no idea. All right. And I have to be taught this myself. I didn't grow up knowing this. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he sends people your way to properly educate you, because the scripture said that part of the curses was going to be that we were going to be subject unto a people whose tongue that we shall not understand. We don't understand this damn cracker and how they think. They're fucking wicked, man. When you're out there in the, it's like you're in the water. All right. Everybody that's in the stands and, you know, on the floor, sitting on the floor, you're figurative of being in the water, drowning, and you need a lifeline. And then the lawyer petitions for some leniency because the lawyer, all right, is a lower level employee, all right, of the system that's enslaving us. All right. That's part of the sea. You're in the sea. Now this is right here. This is why it says, then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea, the abundance of all the people on the planet, that means the wealth. All right? The wealth, the land grants, the money. All of that is going to be converted onto the Israelites. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. We're going to have everything. Can you imagine that? Everything. Everything. So, when you have the entire world's wealth converted onto you, onto this nation, do you think the other nations are just going to be happy about that? Do you think that they're going to like what's going on? Look, don't take my word for it. Look around right now. Truth be told, it's already happened. Look at how there's no money, man. Look at how these banks across the world have fallen. Israel has fell. Italy has fell. The United States has fallen. Do you really know what you looked at during the inauguration? That was a burial of a corporation. The United States is being flipped back to being a republic. I keep telling y'all that. You're going to get it. The United States is no longer a corporation. It's a republic now. And this is why the whole monetary system has to change. They're going from Federal Reserve notes to cryptocurrency. All right? Cryptocurrency meaning electronic currency. This is going to be the new debt system that you'll be plugged into. All right? But it's not for us. It's for the 2/3. All right? The abundance of the sea is going to be converted to the Israelites. Quickly, quietly. All right? Like I say, truth be told, it's already been done. Now, once that's done and the other nations find out who has the goods, they're going to be pissed. Because we have been on the bottom for so long. We are the base people. We are the ones that everybody lives off of. We are the ones that they come to our neighborhood. They open their nail shops. They open their 7-Elevens. They open their bodegas. They open their little markets. And then we spend all of their money with them. And then they take our money into their neighborhoods and feed their families. And they leave us broke. That's going to continue with the 2/3. But for the Israelites, we have ascended. We are now going to be the head and not the tail. We are going to be the lender and not the borrower. We are going to be the ones on top. We are the ones on top. I'm trying to give you some spiritual game before I come to the next phase. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen when they try to come and take what's ours? When they see us rolling good, driving good, eating good, living in our own way, family fed. They're going to come after us, y'all. This is why I said that we have to be one. We can't have the bickering. We can't have the fighting. We can't have the arguing over stupid ass shit. And we won't have it. Anybody bringing trouble and division will either be executed or put out. Period. No questions asked. Men, women, it's going to be run the way Yahushua said from the scriptures. The men are going to be just, fair, loving, stern, strong, unwavering, unswerving. All right? Not emotional. We're going to run by the word. Period. That's how it's going to be done. And you women will follow suit. You will submit to it because you're going to want to. And those that are rebellious, those women that are difficult, like I said, you will be put out, man. That's where we're headed. because we can't have that. We're going to be all we got. No more depending on anybody else to defend us and to take care of us. Now, let's go to Zechariah chapter 12. Starting at verse 5. This is what's going to happen when the other nations find out what's been done to them. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength, and the Lord of hosts their power. See, the governors of Judah are the 144,000. That's us. You will be our strength. You women, you children, you elderly among us. You will be our strength. You will be what we fight for. You will be what we are protecting. We are going to be all that you have, and you will be all that we have. That's why the love has to be genuine. It has to run deep. We have to love one another, because everybody is going to come against us, and we will have nobody else. The same way you feel alone right now in your family is the same way we will feel alone as a nation when everybody comes against us. That is what's getting ready to happen.